You're standing at the edge of a quiet realization, your bones whispering secrets they've held for decades. They're not just the scaffolding of your body. They're living tissue, constantly rebuilding, reshaping, renewing. But as the years stack up, that renewal slows, and for some it falters. Long song, osteoporosis, creeps in like a shadow, thinning your bones until they're brittle, fragile, ready to snap under a misstep. Dr. Robert Heaney, a titan in bone health research, once said, "Bone is not inert. It's a dynamic organ, always in flux, and its strength depends on what you demand of it." His words, drawn from decades of study at Creighton University, cut through the haze. Your bones are losing density because the balance between building and breaking down has tipped. Osteoclasts, the cells that chew away old bone, outpace osteoblasts, the ones laying down new bone. By age 65, you might have lost 30% of your bone mass, a fact cemented in studies from the National Institutes of Health. Feel the weight of that for a second. Your skeleton, which carried you through sprints in your youth, now hesitates under the strain of a simple fall. It's not just numbers. There's a peculiar twist here. Did you know that astronauts lose bone density faster in space? Zero gravity mimics the disuse of bones in aging, a strange parallel NASA researchers noted in the 1970s. No one's saying you're floating in orbit, but the principle holds. Bones need stress to stay strong. Historians of medicine still debate whether early osteoporosis research focused too much on women, skewing treatment protocols for decades. That argument lingers, but it doesn't change your reality. You're not helpless, though. This isn't about fear, it's about clarity. Your bones are a story of what you've lived through, every step, every fall, every moment you stood tall. But now, you're starting to see the cracks in the narrative. The Mayo Clinic's Dr. Sundeep Koza wrote in Bone Journal that osteoporosis is not an inevitable consequence of aging, but a condition we can influence through deliberate action. That's your first step, understanding that this fragility isn't fate. You can't rewind the clock, but you can rewrite the next chapter. It starts with knowing what's at stake. Your mobility, your independence, the freedom to move without second-guessing every step. Picture yourself in your kitchen, sunlight spilling through the window, a glass of milk in hand. It's not just a drink, it's a choice. Calcium, the building block of bone, isn't just a nutrient. It's a commitment to your future self. But it's not enough to swallow a pill or sip a latte. You need to move, to challenge your bones, to demand they stay strong. The science is clear, but it's your belief in that science that will carry you forward. You're not just fighting a condition. You're reclaiming a part of yourself. Every choice you make now, every nutrient, every step, builds toward a vision of strength. You're not fragile yet. You're still writing the story. You're holding that glass of milk. It's cool weight, grounding you in the moment, but your mind is already shifting. It's not just about understanding Long Suong now. It's about believing you can steer its course. The science isn't abstract. It's personal. Dr. Bess Dawson-Hughes, a leading researcher at Tufts University, put it plainly in her work for the Journal of Bone and Mineral Research. Adequate calcium and vitamin D intake are critical to maintaining bone health, particularly after age 50. When absorption efficiency declines. Her words on a lecture, they're a call to action. Your body isn't soaking up these nutrients like it used to. By your 60s, your gut absorbs about 15% less calcium than it did in your 20s, a fact etched in studies from the National Osteoporosis Foundation. You need more, and you need it deliberately. Think about your morning routine. Maybe you're stirring oatmeal or slicing an orange. Those choices matter. Calcium isn't just in dairy. It's in kale, almonds, fortified cereals. Vitamin D, the sunlight vitamin, isn't just a buzzword. It's the key that unlocks calcium's potential. Without it, your bones are like a house with a locked door, the materials piling up outside. The Institute of Medicine pegs 800 IU daily for most adults over 50, but here's a quirky tidbit. In the 1930s, scientists discovered vitamin D's role in bone health by studying cod liver oil of all things. They fed it to rats and watched their bones strengthen. No one's suggesting you chug fish oil, but the point sticks. Small, intentional choices build resilience. Historians of nutrition still argue, whether early dietary guidelines overemphasize dairy at the expense of plant-based calcium sources, potentially sidelining diverse diets. That debate hums in the background, but you're focused on the present. You're not just eating for today's energy. You're investing in tomorrow's strength. Picture yourself walking through a market, picking out sardines or broccoli, each choice a quiet rebellion against fragility. It's not about perfection. It's about consistency. You don't need to overhaul your life. You just need to start where you are. A handful of almonds, a morning walk in the sun, a supplement if your doctor nods. These aren't chores. They're acts of defiance. Your belief in this process is what fuels it. You're not a passenger in your body's story. You're the driver. Every bite, every sip, every moment you choose to nourish yourself is a step toward a clearer vision. You're not just preventing bone loss. You're building a foundation for the years ahead. Feel the sunlight on your skin, the crunch of greens between your teeth. These are your tools, your weapons. You're not waiting for your bones to betray you. You're shaping a future where you stand tall, move freely, and live without hesitation. The science is on your side, but it's your resolve that will carry you forward. You're stepping outside now, the ground solid beneath your feet, each stride a quiet promise to your bones. It's not just about eating right. It's about moving with purpose. Dr. Michael Hollick, a pioneer in bone health from Boston University, wrote in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, weight-bearing exercise stimulates bone formation by applying mechanical stress, signaling osteoblasts to build stronger bone. His words land like a gentle nudge. Your skeleton thrives on challenge, walking, climbing stairs, lifting light weights. These aren't just workouts. They're conversations with your body. Studies from the University of Missouri show that regular weight-bearing exercise can boost bone density by up to 3% in older adults over a year. That's not a massive leap, but it's enough to tip the scales towards strength. Feel the rhythm of your steps, the slight tug of a dumbbell in your hand. You don't need a gym membership or a marathon runner's grit. Start with a brisk walk, 30 minutes, 5 days a week, as the CDC recommends. Or try lifting a couple of water bottles while watching TV. There's a curious fact here. In the 1980s, researchers studying Bedouin women in the Middle East found they had denser bones than sedentary urban women, despite minimal dairy intake. Their secret? Constant movement, carrying water, tending livestock. Your life might not involve hauling buckets, but the principle holds. Bones respond to demand. Scholars still debate whether early exercise studies over-focused on high-impact activities, potentially discouraging older adults with joint issues. That tension lingers, but it doesn't define your path. You're building discipline, not chasing perfection. Picture yourself on a park trail, leaves crunching, your heart steady but alive. Each step is a choice to stay strong. You're not just moving to burn calories. You're telling your bones to fight back. Maybe you pause to stretch, feeling the pull in your calves, the air cool against your skin. These moments aren't random. They're deliberate. Discipline isn't about forcing yourself into a rigid mold. It's about showing up day after day, even when the couch calls louder than the trail. You're not aiming for a bodybuilder's frame. You're crafting a life where you can bend to tie your shoes or carry groceries without fear. Every lift, every step, is a brick in the foundation. You're not just exercising. You're sculpting a future where your bones hold firm. The science backs you, but it's your quiet resolve, that steady rhythm of action, that keeps you moving forward. Dr. Lawrence Rubinstein, a geriatrics expert at UCLA, wrote in The Lancet, falls are the leading cause of fractures in older adults, and environmental modifications can reduce fall risk by up to 30%. His words settle like a quiet warning. Long suong doesn't just weaken your bones. It makes every misstep a potential disaster. The National Council on Aging reports that 1 in 4 adults over 65 falls each year, and for those with brittle bones, a simple stumble can mean a fractured hip or wrist. You're not living in fear, though you're living with intention. Picture yourself rearranging your space, securing that rug, adding a grab bar in the bathroom, ensuring the lights are bright enough to catch every corner. It's not about paranoia. It's about control. There's an odd detail here. Did you know that in the 1990s, Japanese researchers found that tatami mats, soft yet firm. Reduce fracture risk in elderly falls compared to hard floors. You don't need to swap your tiles for straw mats, but the insight sticks. Your environment matters. Historians of public health still argue whether early fall prevention campaigns overemphasize individual responsibility while ignoring community infrastructure, like poorly lit sidewalks. That debate hums, but your focus is closer, your home, your habits. You're also checking in with your bones, scheduling those density scans. The American College of Radiology recommends a DEXA scan every 2 years for those at risk, a quick snapshot of your bone health. It's not just data, it's clarity, a map to guide your choices. You're not dodging risks, you're managing them. Feel the steady grip of your hand on a railing, the confidence of a clear path. These aren't small acts, they're declarations of independence. You're crafting a life where a slip doesn't define you. This is about living well, not just avoiding disaster. You're eating for strength, moving with purpose, and now shaping your world to support you. Every adjustment, a non-slip mat, a well-timed doctor's visit, is a step toward freedom. You're not just surviving Long Suang, you're thriving despite it. The science is your ally, but it's your choices, your quiet vigilance, that keep you steady. You're building a life where you move with ease, where your home is a haven, not a hazard. The path ahead is clear, and you're walking it with purpose. Dr. Felicia Kosman, a leading osteoporosis expert at Columbia University, wrote in Osteoporosis International, "Resilience in bone health is not just about preventing fractures, but about adapting to challenges and maintaining quality of life." Her words resonate like a steady pulse. You're not just avoiding breaks. You're building a life where fear doesn't call the shots. Studies from a National Institute on Aging show that older adults who engage in proactive health measures, nutrition, exercise, fall prevention, report a 20% higher sense of well-being. This isn't about dodging a diagnosis. It's about embracing your strength. Imagine yourself pausing mid-step, the air crisp, your breath steady. Maybe you've had a scare, a stumble, a moment of doubt, but you're still here, moving forward. Here's a curious aside. In the 1970s, researchers studying Tibetan monks found that those who practiced daily meditation and light physical activity had lower rates of bone loss, despite sparse diets. It's not about becoming a monk, but the lesson lingers. Your mind and body are allies. Historians of medicine still debate whether early osteoporosis treatments overlooked psychological resilience, focusing too heavily on drugs over lifestyle. That argument hums, but you're focused on the now. You're adapting, not surrendering. Every choice you make, swapping a slippery rug, taking that morning walk, popping a vitamin D pill, is a thread in a stronger tapestry. You're not just reacting to Long Suang. You're reshaping your relationship with it. Feel the ground beneath your feet, the quiet confidence of a body you've nurtured. You're learning to listen to it, to adjust without hesitation. Maybe you try Tai Chi. It's slow, deliberate movements building balance and bone strength, as Harvard Medical School studies suggest. Or maybe you stick to your daily stroll, the rhythm of your steps a quiet rebellion against fragility. This is resilience in action, not loud, not flashy, but steady. You're not ignoring the risks. You're facing them with clear eyes and a firm grip. Each day you choose to move, to adapt, to live fully is a victory. You're not just surviving. You're rewriting what it means to age. The science is your guide, but it's your ability to pivot, to keep going, that lights the way. You're not fragile. You're flexible, forging a path where strength isn't just in your bones, but in your resolve. The science of Long Suang isn't just numbers or scans. It's a call to action, and you've answered it. Dr. John Bilizikian, a bone health luminary at Columbia University, wrote in the New England Journal of Medicine, "The future of bone health lies in sustained, purposeful action, nutrition, exercise, and vigilance can transform outcomes." His words are a spark, igniting the truth you've been building toward. Your bones are yours to protect, your life yours to shape. Research from the International Osteoporosis Foundation shows that consistent lifestyle changes can reduce fracture risk by up to 40% in at-risk adults. That's not just data. It's possibility, alive in every choice you make. Picture yourself now, moving through your day with a quiet strength. Maybe you're lifting a small weight, feeling the gentle strain in your arms, or walking a familiar path, the crunch of gravel underfoot. There's a strange detail here. In the 1920s, doctors treating rickets in children noticed that sunlight exposure not only healed bones, but also lifted spirits, a clue to vitamin D's dual role in body and mind. You're not chasing miracles, but you're harnessing that same light, literal and figurative. Historians still debate whether early bone health research leaned too heavily on pharmaceutical fixes, sidelining lifestyle's power. That question lingers, but your focus is clear. You're acting day by day for a future where you stand unbroken. Every choice is a brick in this foundation. You're not just eating calcium-rich foods or scanning for tripping hazards. You're learning from each moment, adapting with purpose. Feel the warmth of sunlight on your face, the steady rhythm of your breath as you move. You've built discipline, embraced resilience, and now you're living it. Maybe you've added a yoga class. Its slow stretches grounding you, as studies from the University of Pittsburgh suggest for balance and bone health. Or maybe it's just you, a glass of fortified orange juice in hand, choosing strength over surrender. This is your purpose distilled. To live fully, fearlessly, in a body you fortified. You're not defined by Long Suong, but by your response to it. Each step, each choice, is a quiet victory, a refusal to let fragility write your story. And as you stand here, the world softens around you. The hum of morning, the glow of dusk. Your bones, your life, are stronger for it. You're not just enduring. You're thriving, carrying a vision of health that stretches beyond today.